Okay, we're not going to spend too much time. We're going to start a little bit early. Why not? Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. We're pulling some real VTuber hours today, aren't we? Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. So I've mostly just been hanging out and sleeping. So yeah, it was nice to catch up on stuff that I needed to do. So yeah, we're gonna do an overnight FF8 stream. I don't know. I just really wanted to get a little bit more work done on this. Yeah, just try and knock out as much as I can. I don't know how this is gonna go. You know, hello from the future, since I'm guessing a lot of you are probably watching this from the old VODs. But oh wow, Selfie is only. Okay, Selfie is only level 17, so this is going to be interesting. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Aside from that, though, you know, it'll be a chill stream. I don't think we're gonna be doing like anything super wild or super weird. So you're just kind of chill. I don't really know entirely what exactly we've got to do. Okay, so Renoa's out. I have no way of getting Renoa right now. So we've got to level up Selfie somehow, some way. I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay, once I remember how to drive, there we go. How do I get out of here? It's been so long since we've hopped into this that I genuinely have no clue really what's going on, where I need to be, how any of this works. It's one of those nights. You know, I woke up, it was like 10 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. I'm just doing what I can. We'll just put it that way. But yeah, you know, it was a nice chill afternoon. I can't really complain all that much. You know, I was watching a little bit of the new Sailor Moon movie that just came out. Cosmos, the finale was Sailor Galactica, so yeah, it was a very chill way to spend the day. How do I get out? There we go. So let's go ahead and save. I don't know how this is going to go with Selfie being so low level. I'm kind of scared, to be completely honest. And then, yeah, it's just been trying to figure out a couple of things coming up over the next couple of weeks. There's just a lot going on. Between the actual job and this little thing. Okay, so where is Cactuar Island? That's what I've really got to figure out. I think we're gonna spend a little bit of time just leveling. I think that might be the best way to do it. Just try and get in here, get a couple of levels up on Selfie, hopefully get her caught up to where everyone else is at, and just kind of go from there. You know, I was maybe thinking about doing a Once Human stream or something along those lines, but unfortunately, there's just something going on with it right now. Like, even just playing the game on my own, I can barely play and watch YouTube at the same time. You know, I've got the whole 2 monitors set up right now, and it's really, as far as I can tell, only Once Human. So I don't really know what's going on with it. So yeah, we'll just have to do our best, stick with it as best as we can. All right, I don't know what's going up. I don't know why I keep losing myself whenever I play this game. So yeah, just bear with me as I disappear into the void every now and then. I guess. There's just been a lot. There's been a lot of things happening. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good weekend. You know, it's very chill, not a whole lot going on this end. Like I said, mostly just hanging out, watching some movies, that kind of stuff. I've been trying to keep an eye out for various VTube related things, trying to do what I can to improve the channel. And you know, we're still trying to climb up to that 1,500 subs. So as always, you know, like, subscribe, all of that usual BS, right? But yeah, you know, it's been interesting, you know, trying to figure out shorts and all the little small things that go into making the channel, right? I mean, I guess shorts and clips are not really a small thing when it comes to managing a VTuber channel, but yeah, it's fun, but it's also kind of tricky at the same time. So, you know, expect to see a couple of things here and there, a couple small changes that might help improve things in the long run. And yeah, you know, it's moving along, and that's all I can really say about it. You know, the whole thing that kind of prompted this was just a couple of discussions that I've seen going on around online. You know, various little things here and there. Things like, you know, about male VTubers, about VTubing in general. You know, there was that the new anime, VTuber Legend or whatever. I gave up after like 4 episodes or so, and I'll kind of get into a little bit of that over the course of the stream as I try figuring out how to get through all of this. Really, I just need to find a shop more than anything else, so I can restock on my tents. I can restock on some of this, you know, echo screens and, you know, some of the small things. But yeah, you know, it's just been a very interesting time. It's one of those kind of weird positions right now as we move into the next couple of weeks, which again, next couple of weeks are going to be kind of busy. I've got a lot of real life work stuff that I've got to do. Yeah, I called out the other night, which, you know, I only do that once every couple of months or so, tops. And it's mostly just so, you know, I can figure out things to do here on the channel, get caught up on sleep, that kind of thing, just the mental health days or whatever, right? But yeah, you know, as we move into the next couple of weeks, when I will finally have a reliable schedule and have a little bit more free time instead of having these, you know, full 8-hour shifts or whatever, right? I'm very motivated, but it also means there's a lot of work to be done and a lot of research that goes into it. So yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye out and see how we can adjust a few things here and there, right? But it's been an interesting time just kind of looking at some of this, some of the discussions and move on, right? So this is going to take way too long for her to level up if we keep up at this rate. So yes, where in the world is Cactuar Island? We've got to get this figured out. All right, let's go and rest up. We're going to be doing this a lot. I don't know how much of the actual story we are going to get done today, because I feel like I'm very, very behind in a few different aspects. I genuinely didn't even know that Selfie was that low when we first got in here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to level her up a little bit too. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so annoying to try and figure out my way around, right? Like, I thought I was supposed to be able to take this thing, click on it, and it should teleport me to wherever we want, but I guess that went out the window, right? Okay. But yeah, you know, there's been a lot of discussions that I've seen in some of my Discords and so on about, you know, indie VTubers, and there were some discussions about the fact that, like, Fuamoko over at HoloLive and Bibu and all of them, like how they went completely unknown for so long, and you know, they finally got their break. Maybe I'll take a break there. Speaking of, right? Yeah, it's there's been a few discussions going on about like how difficult it is as an indie VTuber, and especially it kind of ties into being a male indie VTuber, because we're kind of already in the shadowy corner of streamer culture to begin with, right? And yeah, it's been interesting to see people's thoughts on it, and I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, I wouldn't say misinformation, but there's a lot of assumptions, I guess you should say, among viewers, among fans, and that kind of stuff about what goes into making a channel and being an indie VTuber, and especially like how difficult it is to go through, right? So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that, you know, people like Bibu who is one of my favorite streamers. I mean, I watch a lot of Bibu, right? But it doesn't really surprise me that it took her so long to actually get into Hololive, or the fact that, you know, really she could have been doing all of this on her own and just was like completely unrecognized, right? You know, it's a difficult thing trying to run an independent channel. There's a few different reasons for that, I think. I think tonight's, if you haven't noticed, I think tonight is going to be one of those nights where it's just a lot of just discussion, right? It's going to be kind of a Secret Zatsudon stream, I think. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Oh god, I have to go all the way around. Okay, well, bear with me, folks. This is why it's a Secret Zatsudon stream. But yeah, you know, I won't go into too many details because I want to eventually make it into a corpo at some point, right? But you know, I've had some interviews and done a couple of things off of stream, right? And I gotta be honest, even going through that process, I still genuinely have no idea what's going on most of the time. You know, everyone thinks, I think, that, you know, if you just keep doing this long enough and keep applying, which you should do, by the way, like, don't ever stop. If there's something that you really are trying to do and trying to accomplish, like, the persistence, I think, is the big thing, right? But saying as someone that's got a little bit of experience, not just in VTubing, but with media in general, right? It's a very difficult thing to get discovered, and there's a lot of different reasons for it. One of the big ones is just it's just time and money. It really comes down to it, right? You know, the reasons the big corpo streamers are so big isn't just because they're corpo streamers, right? It's because they have a whole army of things backing them up. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, think of your clippers, right? Like, most of the big clippers, most of the clips that you see and go around through the big clipping channels, right? Like, they really mostly focus on the big corpo VTubers. Like, you don't really see a whole lot of indie VTubers getting a whole lot of content made for them through the big clipping communities, right? And, you know, there's so many different independent VTubers out there, and just independent streamers in general, right? Like, I can understand why. Like, it would be impossible for the clippers to try and pay attention to every individual little stream. So they kind of have to focus on the big names, and honestly, the big names are where the views come from, right? Like, it's kind of a cycle of its own. Okay, I'm just floating around right now. I'm trying to find this Cactuar Island. I don't know where it's at. Apparently, it's really good for leveling up and just getting some XP, right? So yeah, you know, as an independent, you know, clips are very, very important, and you should definitely try and make your clips as you can. But making clips is difficult, right? And knowing what to clip from yourself, what makes clippable moments, what other people might find funny, you know, that can be a difficult thing to just do on your own, to manage your own channel, which is one of the big reasons that I haven't done it a whole lot. It's not that I don't think clips are important, because I think they are, but it's hard to tell and use your own judgment on things like that, right? Now, the other option would be, obviously, pay someone else to do it for you. But if you're a small channel, you've probably got another job. As I've mentioned on this one quite a bit, right? You probably got another job. You probably might not have necessarily a whole lot of money to be throwing around to make clips. I mean, a lot of clippers charge, you know, between 25 to 50 per clip. I would say 50's a pretty high end for a clip. But considering the amount of footage that they have to crawl through and how much time it takes to actually go through it, find those moments, right? You know, it's not unheard of. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't charge that if they're a good clipper, by all means. But you know, as a small indie, that can be very, very expensive, right? So yeah, you know, it's very, very difficult to make it, even when you have a lot of talent or have even had a little bit of interest from those big names, right? So, you know, I don't really think it's too much of a surprise that someone like Bibu, who is so talented, was not really found until she joined Hololive, right? I think that that's something that a lot of fans just don't really realize. Like, you just watch us on the streams, right? And I think on some level people understand that, like, yeah, it takes a lot of work, but I don't think they understand like how difficult it is to actually make it out. Like how much of it is just completely out of your hands. Like, I don't control the YouTube algorithm, right? We don't know what YouTube's going to show. We don't know who's watching. We have a little bit of like demographic information in our analytics, and that's really about it. And it's really not all that great. Like, there's no exit surveys for why people would unsubscribe to a channel or anything like that. All you can do is just make a bunch of inference and try and do your best that way. So, so yeah, you know, I think that's one of those assumptions that, like, oh, you just keep trying hard enough, and eventually you'll make it if you just keep grinding it out, right? And that's, I don't know, I think that's a very unrealistic expectation for a lot of, you know, not just fans, but a lot of VTubers who are trying to do it. Like, you got to be a little bit smarter about it, right? Now, obviously, that doesn't mean it's all pointless and don't stream. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been doing this for the past 2 years, right? But you got to grind it out in some respects. But you also have to kind of take into mind, like, there's a lot of other factors that are going into it, and some of which are completely beyond your control. You know, ultimately, you know, the important thing is, if you don't try, you're never going to make it, right? You know, if you were trying to go corpo or want to, you know, make it into a certain event or something like that, right? Like, you're never going to know if you don't audition. So you gotta put in the effort, right? Cactuar Island is one of these that I have to like fly to, but I don't have a way to like fly up. Like, this seems like a desert island. There's a little cactus on there, so I'm assuming it's a Cactuar Island. Yeah, see that? So maybe I have to go to like a chocobo keep or something. I don't know. Anyways, where... Hey, what's up, Doug? Where in the world is this? Okay, so Fisherman's Horizon is like right there in the middle. Got it. That's where I'm supposed to be going, right? But yeah, as I was saying, like, you're never going to know if you don't try. But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors that go into it that a lot of people don't really understand, right? And especially as a male VTuber, this is I might end up ranting a little bit, we'll see. You know, there's no real secret that it is much harder to make it as a male VTuber, right? And there's a lot of different things that go into that, you know, anime culture and various other things. But at the end of the day, yes, it's hard to make it as a male VTuber. There's no way of getting around that, right? But I don't think that's because male VTubers are worse or anything like that. I think there's just kind of the same thing, where there's just a lot of misconceptions that go around about what you have to do and what you need to stream like, and what kind of personality you have to quote unquote make it, right? Like, I always say, when it comes to streaming, you've got to make the kind of content that you want to see. Like, that's what it ultimately comes down to. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know if you deleted that comment or what, but okay. Right. But yeah, you know, there's something to be said for making the kind of content that you want to make. Or making the kind of content that you watch, I should say. That's basically what I try doing, You know, I feel like there's a lot of male VTubers that feel like the only way to make it is that they have to be very loud, very obnoxious, very like overreactive to everything. I think it's something that I've seen other people describe as like Twitch reactions, Twitch culture, right? And yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the case because, you know, a lot of the biggest streamers out there, just not VTubers, but just streamers in general. I mean, they're mostly male streamers, right? You got like Asmongold and Ninja and, you know, other people that are always trending on Twitter for various, yeah, it has to be genuine, for various other reasons, you know. That's not to say that I necessarily agree with their opinions or anything like that, because most of them are very opinionated. But when you look at like the way that they stream, they're not usually like yelling into the mic. They're not like screaming and overreacting or anything like that. But you see it a lot, like a lot more often when you're talking about like male VTubers. And I think it's another one of those things where like there's these expectations that kind of came along for whatever reason, a lot of these assumptions, and people just kind of took it as gospel, right? Is so like there's this feeling that the only way to make it as a male VTuber is to just be very loud and basically be like the giant fail son, right? Like you have to have that kind of dick going on. But I'll be honest, like I don't watch that kind of stuff. And in most of like the big streamers that I watch, even whether they're male, female, it doesn't really matter, the VTuber. Like if you watch, say, Amelia Watson streaming, right? Like we all know she can be kind of a gremlin at times. But at the end of the day, like if you watch her stream, she's mostly pretty chill. Like she's not super loud. She's not super obnoxious or anything like that. Like she's just a streamer, right? Like she's just playing a video game. And yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of room to grow in the male VTubing space. But until people kind of like overcome those assumptions and understand that like a lot of it isn't built by anything the streamers are doing, it's built more by rumors among the audience more than anything else. Like I think that's going to be a big hurdle to overcome, right? So at the end of the day, like I don't know, I just kind of make the content that I want to make, and yeah, like it's led to a couple of interviews here and there. And like I said, I can't really talk about them all that much, but you know, it does mean that I think there's been some progress and some hope. At the end of the day, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't applied, right? Right. I don't know where I'm going with this. Pulling Renoa into Fisherman's Horizon at some point. I'm just trying to get to the shop, man. I'm just trying to buy some tents. I don't know what's going on, but at least I know I'm like in the right direction. Now, to be honest, I did look at a couple of guides because I was completely lost after the last time we did this. So, yeah. Pretty far. I think it would be this far. What am I doing? Esthar, find Ellone, talk to Ellone. But there's no guarantee that everything will be resolved if I talk to Ellone. Even so, I sure have changed. I don't know about that. I feel like you've been pretty one note this entire game, Squall. Things just happen and you just kind of go along with it, right? But yeah, you know, it all kind of tied back into what everyone's doing. It kind of tied back into just some discussions that I've been seeing going around Discord and that kind of thing. You know, I think this all started the other day as I saw something trending on Twitter that like male VTubers are less bouncy than female VTubers, and like it started this whole discussion about male VTubing culture and, you know, what you got to do to make it and that kind of thing. And, you know, first of all, like I don't know if I'm bouncy or not. I feel like I'm all right. You know, I rigged this model in 3 weeks, learning Live 2D from scratch. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of bells and whistles to begin with, because I didn't want that on my model for me having to rig something for the very first time, right? So maybe I'm bouncy, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But yeah, I think there's just a lot of assumptions about, you know, male VTubers being lesser than. or something like that. And I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think it's people just really have not figured out how to make it work more than anything else. Like there's a couple of big ones out there, but for the most part, I think there's still a lot of room for growth, and people are still trying to figure out what's going to make it click more than anything else, right? And I don't think the loud and exaggerated, that kind of thing, is really going to do it. I think a lot of that's built on corporate assumptions of what male VTubers are like, or what male streamers are like, but they've never actually watched most male streamers. So yeah, I just kind of keep doing my thing. But in regards to the bounciness, I don't entirely know. What do you think? Tell the truth, I worry too much about what others think of me. Oh boy, I was getting real. I hate that side of me. That's why I didn't want anyone to get to know me. Wanted to hide that side of myself. Hate it. Wall is an unfriendly, introverted guy. Hey! Maybe I really am the MC in this game. Made it easy for me when people perceived me that way. That's right, Squall. Never try, never talk to anyone. That goes down the dark path. This guy's worked retail before. That's a secret between you and me. Got that? Oh, am I supposed to move? Oh. Here we go again. Noah? And down the tracks we go. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it all kind of also tied back into the discussions of like how to make it as a VTuber, and like how hard it is to get discovered, right? You know, it reminds me, like, back when I worked in Hollywood, like my ex, she was a talent producer. I'll just put it that way. A talent producer for a very big talent show that airs nationwide. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But it's got talent in the name. You've probably heard of it, right? And it kind of reminds me of kind of some of the stuff that we would do in the evenings while I was helping her, like, try and find new acts and that kind of thing. Princess still asleep? Like, we talk about how talented some people are, and like how talented some, like, a certain singer is, right? Like, oh, like this VTuber so talented as a singer, like how were they not discovered? And I'll be completely honest, man. Everyone can sing. Everyone can sing. Well, maybe not me. But it would get to the point where they had a quota they had to meet for different kinds of acts, right? And they would fill their singer quota up in like the first week of auditions being open because everyone can sing, right? And she would spend the next 3 months trying to find like magicians and ventriloquists and just weird acts that that you would not initially think of, right? Because there were just so many singers and so many of them were talented. So yeah, it's easy in hindsight to look at someone who's super talented and super successful and be like, wow, how they were never discovered. And it's like, well, yeah, because there's also a ton of other people that have never been discovered. They just got the lucky call, right? You know, and it's not all luck. Like I said, like obviously there's a lot of persistence into it. Fumoko tried to apply like 4 different times. It took me like several different applications before I ever got an interview anywhere. And obviously I'm still not corporate. So, you know, lead that to whatever information you choose to make of that. Right. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for the persistence and the hard work that goes into trying it. Like you have to have a specific goal. You have to essentially just kind of keep applying until things work. And obviously I'm going to keep doing that too. But yeah, you know, it's a very, very, it's a big field, right? It's a big field with a lot of talent. And I think that yeah, people kind of underestimate just how much the luck goes into it. Well, I'm going to Estar, right, too. We're coming. Very D is escort. Oh, that's right. Okay, here she. Okay. She's just shambling. She walks like I walk. She just kind of shuffles. Just be on our way, Squall. Could I like go back to Fisherman's Horizon? Leave as soon as we are ready. Business do you have in Estar? You must go to see Dr. Odine. Dr. Odine? You've heard the name, right? Yeah, I remember, but why do you need to see him? Because Ultimacia is alive. She is able to take control of my body at any time. If that were to happen, I would once again bring terror. I too value my well-being. I want to protect myself. If it were possible, I'd like to rid myself of the sorceress's power. Dr. Odine may know a way. He may be able to save me. Alright, so we're going on our way to Estar. Well, Estar should have eventually a shop, I guess. Yo, they're back. Take a look. See how this goes, right? Squall? Noah's still asleep? So cute when she's asleep. Whatever. So how is it? Can we make it to Estar? You blushing? Alvin, don't make Squall angry. Estar's on this continent, right? It's supposed to be huge. Don't know why, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Find it north or south? Let's try going east next. Alright, I guess we're going east. Zell and Delphi. Alright, so I know that I can bring Adia in. I'm not doing that for various reasons, mostly because I don't want the XP to go to waste, because apparently she's not a permanent member, right? Like I said, I read a little bit of the walkthrough just to kind of prepare myself. Like at this point, I'm just kind of like want to be through FF8 and move on to FF9. Not the least of which because we've got some stuff coming up, right? Like that's another thing to kind of take in mind when talking about these discussions about you know, what it takes to be a big VTuber, right? Like obviously I cannot buy every new game because like I really want to play Black Myth Wukong, but I can't afford that and FF16 coming out on PC. So like I've got to pick and choose, and obviously between the two, FF16 is going to be the way to go. A station. A star. Okay, so there's like no way for me to go back to Fisherman's Horizon. Good to know. Okay. Wish I could. Long train track. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. Make sure that we are set up and ready to go. Alright. But yeah, at the end of the day, the best thing that I can say is just like, keep doing your thing, keep streaming, keep trying your best, but also understand that like, yeah, like you're not going to have immediate success, and there's a lot of things that go into it that are not immediately apparent to either the fans or to you know, other VTubers, right? Like it can be easy to get down about it, and I'm not trying to do that at all. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of things that you kind of have to. Ooh, the horde broke off. You have to factor into it that I think a lot of people don't really. All right. Honestly, I don't know where I was going with all that. It's just, it is like 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Like we're pulling the overnight hours. So things are just going to be rambled about. It's going to happen. But I gotta say, like, despite all of that, like, I'm still having a great time. I love doing the VTuber thing. I love, I feel like we have done so much more since I've started VTubing than when I was just making guides and doing live cam streams and that kind of thing. Like, you know, we had an expression saying, you know, in Hollywood, like you do it because you love it, and that's not because the money's bad or anything like that. Like all of those are factors into it, but if you don't genuinely like it, you're just gonna burn out so fast from how much work you have to put into these kind of things that you're never going to make it if you don't genuinely love it. And yes, I do genuinely love VTubing, and you know, we're not pulling, you know, hollow numbers, but we're having a good time, and we're building our audience in our own way. So I think there's a lot to be said for, you know, the little successes here and there. And if anything, you know, hopefully carving out my own niche in the male VTubing, in the male VTubing space as that it is, right? Oh, I don't see a city. We're in for a long trip. All right, off we go. I don't know how this is going to go. Like, I really, really wanted to get some more tents. Side me again. Y'all know what I can do. I mean, we beat you down once. We can do it again. And we're like another 15 levels higher than the last time you were a boss. Oh, quiet. The air's getting heavy. What's wrong? Come on, we're all together again. We're gonna bring back Renoa. It's like a picnic. We're gonna have fun. Somebody once told me that if you mention bad things, they'll come true. No, it's a silly superstition, but right now I want to believe it, so let's not talk about it anymore. Yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling. I hope that we don't have to split parties up in the future because Irvine, you're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, you know, there was another thing that kind of went into it that I remember reading, that like male VTubers can't really find success if they're not like super flirty, right? Like my thing is that they're very loud and obnoxious for the most part. A lot of the ones that I've seen are, but the other thing is like the thirst trapping, right? And again, I don't think that's necessarily true. Like I don't know. I'm not super flirty. I wouldn't really understand like how to respond to anything like that. It would just come off as awkward. And honestly, I don't watch lewd-tubers to begin with. The idea that a VTuber has to be super lewd to be successful, like I think there are more than enough very, very successful VTubers out there that are not like that at all to kind of show that, right? Like, you know, we were talking about Watson a little bit earlier, and she's even talked about this on stream, that she's not really super into the lewd stuff either. So yeah, like I think there's content for everyone, but I definitely do not think that you have to be like a super lewd or flirty VTuber to really make it, right? Let's put it on self there. Yeah. And I guess I can start using some GF stuff. Oh yeah, I should really make sure that I'm drawing from all these guys, shouldn't I? Just to make sure. Oh great, now he's confused. Wonderful. All right. He's like the one that I don't have draw on. Okay. Well, it's gonna be one of those fights. But hey, at least now I know that we're like in here now. I just do not have enough items for any of this stuff. Yeah, we've like hopped into here and you can definitely tell this is definitely much harder than I thought it was going to be going in. So, okay, well, we'll just have to make do as best we can. Try and maybe rearrange a little bit here. Oh, great, now he's casted Flare. Wonderful. Good start, everybody. Good start for like our first fight here in the middle of these the frozen wasteland. I genuinely have like no idea what level I am supposed to be right now for any of this. Come on. But yeah, like I was kind of mentioned it like very briefly, I think. But one of the whole reasons that I even started becoming a VTuber was like people were constantly wanting to flirt in chat and stuff, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but like I'm not into that. Like I'm really not. Like let's be honest, none of y'all are gonna come out here to the Midwest. So, you know, where do you think this is going to go with all of this, right? All right. How do I do this again? There we go. Let's just get out of here. Let's start Let's start off on the right foot this time. There we go. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's start out on the right foot. Let's actually use our GFs, draw, that kind of thing. Because, yeah, this is going to be just really, really annoying. Being this underleveled, I think. What was that? Petrify. Here's darkness, maybe? There we go. Go ahead and use some potions. Get everyone topped back up. Yeah, I can already tell I'm really going to hate this area. But I also need the XP. So I guess this is just kind of where we're at. I'm going to hang around here, farm for a second here at the entrance, and just try and get through it. Try and get Selfie up to speed. I'll hopefully maybe learn a little bit. The lefty and righty, they shouldn't be too bad. It's just the heads. Because we were attacking some of the lefties and righties a little bit earlier, and they were going down in, you know, a couple of rounds. Nothing super terrible. Okay. This back on. Might be gone, yeah. Okay, that's where we're at. Full life on Selfie. Alright, I'm not going to have a good time here. I can already tell. I can already tell I'm going to have an awful time throughout most of this this area. We're just gonna burn them all, man. Like, I don't see a whole lot of other options. Like, why is everything hitting me so hard right now? Why is everything so annoying? I gotta be honest, man. I really don't like this game. I know you're not supposed to stream if you're having a bad time gaming, but I think that in its own right lends itself to a bit of, like, comedy of errors. But, you know, we're gonna fight through this because I promised that we would. We gotta do every Final Fantasy game. The good, the bad. We haven't hit 13 yet, so there's still a lot more to come, right? But yeah, this game is just very bad. It's not fun. It's not balanced well. The mechanics are very confusing. But then again, you know, I keep saying that I really can't wait to get to FF9. But it could end up being kind of like Dawn Trail. Because I guess a lot of Dawn Trail has a lot that is from FF9. And you guys know that I really didn't like the ending to Dawn Trail all that much. So, you know, onward we go. Oh, and they're still not going down. Okay. Like, I don't have a way to get back to the ship. I don't have any, like, town or anything nearby that I can go to. Alexander's almost dead. Look at this shit. Why? This isn't even a boss. Why is this so hard? Why am I so underleveled for this, even though I just mostly been playing the story like you should be? Right? Like, I might just need to reload the game. I might just reload from where we were at. Start over fresh. Item. Like, I'm going through all of my pots. Selfie's poisoned or some shit. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what's going on anymore. We need to... Maybe leveling up here in the overworld for a second might work. Maybe that might be a little bit better option. There's no save point or anything here. I think that's what's probably the wildest thing about this game. Is that there's just no towns. We've been to like 2 towns so far. And everywhere else it's just been nothing. Like, I have nowhere to buy anything. If I want to buy something, I have to go all the way, like, back to whatever that town was, Galbadia or whatever. Like, there's no place to rest around here, and I have no way of getting back. Like, at this point, like, it says, hey, let's go to S-Star. But, like, what if I'm under leveled to get to S-Star? What if I don't have enough items to get to S-Star right now? Like, I'm just kind of stuck. I just have to, like, go through here hoping against hope that, that I don't have to worry too much about, like, random battles, right? I was looking through here. One of these has... what is it? I think none or something like that. And that's the other thing is, like, I don't know if maybe I accidentally missed getting the GF that gives me Ankh None. Ankh None is essentially the ability that allows me to get through without random battles, right? It's basically the Moogle Ring from FF6, right? And yeah, if I don't have that GF, then I don't have that ability. And, like, I'm just kind of stuck doing random battles the entire time. Like, how do I get up there? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going right now. I'm just kind of stuck in these frozen wastes where everything feels like it's super over leveled compared to where I'm at. Like, I know they want you to use, like, abilities and that kind of stuff, reflect or whatever it needs to be. Maybe if I just put Carbuncle up. Oh, Alex is, like, dead. Like, the tent didn't do anything for Alex. He's just out of it. I have no options. I think I have a couple of items that might help. I don't know if I can revive GFs. This is the first time that's ever happened to me. Yeah, let me get into my items and see if I can, like, give him HP. Hey, there we go. And they still didn't die. So, like, these are, like, way more powerful than the ones from before. Oh, one of them died. Oh, it does one final quake as it escapes. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. So this should do it. Yeah, all of these stats. There's a GF to revive them. Oh, there is a GF revive item? Okay, well, I guess I just gotta hope I have one of those then. Yeah. Like, even the walkthroughs for this game were super confusing. Like, they didn't really explain a whole lot about what was going on. A lot of the walkthroughs and guides that I was trying to read rely heavily on making sure that you have triple triad cards because you can do stuff with them or something. I don't entirely know how it all works, but yeah. So good luck triple triading the entire time. We saw how that went. Lost like 5 cards during the tutorial game. So yeah, I don't have any triple triad cards right now. It's such a bad version of triple triad. I would much rather just hop into FF14 and play it if that was going to be the case. Which, speaking of, you know, we'll probably do that sometime tomorrow after I wake up from whatever fugue state that I go into. Like, it's one of those days where I'm going to be falling asleep at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's going to be the sleep. Right? But yeah, you know, we're going to try fitting something else in tomorrow. I just don't know what yet. Right. There we go. Finally, it's dead. We made it, lads. We beat one random mob. I mean, again, it doesn't help the selfie is very, very underleveled, I think. Okay, so what do we got here? G potion. Hey, G returner. There we go. And using all of my G potions there. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, this is far and away my least favorite FF that we've played so far. And that says a lot, because we played like some pretty wild FFs. FF2 was... that was an experience and a half. Alright, well, here we go. Let's see how this undead monster. Use recovery-related magic and items, okay. I can just, like, Kiraga on it the entire time. There we go. Read. Put up Carbuncle there. Blah, blah, blah. Alex. Come on back, Alex. You got this, buddy. Wonder if I can just full life him. I wonder if he's one of those insta-kill bosses. Only one way to find out. I guess we're doing this. Who was it that had my full life? I think it might have been Zell. Oh, that's right. I also can't forget that I need to make sure to draw on him just in case. I don't know if he's got anything. I haven't had much luck the past couple of times. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting it. Yeah, like all the guides are trying to lead me to Doom Train. And like I was just reading what all you needed to get Doom Train. It was like 6 Marlboro vines, like a bunch of like steel batons or something. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing all of that. Just flat out, just no. I'm done with it. And I'm over it. Well, at least I can like cast it on him. Cast it on himself. That's kind of nice. Where are you, life? Do you not have life? I guess not. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just Kiraga or Kira. I don't really see a whole lot of other options, so that's what we're doing. At least my GFs are doing some pretty decent damage nowadays. How much does Kiraga actually do? Like if it's okay, so it does a fair amount. All right. Okay then. We could go either or. Save a little bit of HP on my GF, I guess. Selfie, do you have anything? Cast on Abaddon. Surely one of you guys has to have some kind of life. Hey, there we go. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's see if it works. Curious. Ow. Okay. How are the hands harder than this guy? How is the little mummy harder than the boss? This game makes no sense. Let's just throw that out there. This game makes no sense. None. 0%. I have no idea what's going on. The mechanics don't make sense. The items don't make sense. Something here. Oh, what the hell is that? Some kind of hole or tunnel. This looks like the only way. Oh, okay. I have no idea, like, how I'm making money. This game makes no sense. And I say this as someone that has played a little bit of FF13. If this game makes less sense than FF13, like, it's saying a lot. But are we finally there? Are we finally at S-Star? And we're gonna have a second that I can, like, just go buy some things? Can I please, like, upgrade my weapons? Can I buy some tents? Some potions, please? Do I even have the money to buy potions? I have no idea. I have no idea how I'm making money in this game. What's this? An elevator? It's totally weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Where I am. I don't know if we'll ever get to S-Star, but I don't care. Not turning back now. That's right, Squall. Use your conviction. B2, when you have 2 viewers, we can do this, buddy. Maybe. Don't even know how the elevator works. Oh, there we go. Stopped. Is that it? Stopped. Thanks, Zell. Thanks for that, words of wisdom. Such keen observation you have. What now? I don't care at this point. Nothing's going to surprise me. What else? Let's go on. Welcome to the Arcadian. Yay, we did it. We have succeeded and we've reached a new town. Big ass city. Okay. The hell is this? Oh, pretty. I mean, you would think being a major metropolitan hub, they'd want to trade with other areas and not keep themselves secret, but I guess we're going to find out what's going on with this place here in a bit. I mean, clearly everyone knows that it exists, because we came here. Told us, hey, go to S-Star. And we arrive at the storage closet. Gotcha. Judging from their technology, they must know we're here. It's possible we might encounter some hostility, so stay alert. Just what I needed. Not now. This isn't good. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Are we doing Laguna again? Oh. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We'll make it. We can do it. I want to believe. That one. Get your asses down to Lunatic Pandora. I'm gonna stay there and work. The rest of you get back to work. Bill, we got to figure out what's going on with this timeline. Okay. Don't roam around and no talking. Okay. What do they want me to do? Hungry. You, I said no talking. It's been 3 days, you wimp. I was young, I worked all day, all night without sleep. Okay. Guess just keep talking to him until we figure out. Iris and Ward are working too. No talking. How many times do I have to? Oh, mealtime. All right, it's time to eat. You keep working. That's what you get for your big mouth. East over there, you two. No meal until your work is done. Hey, you can't be serious. Done in 2 to 3 hours, but his job won't get done for days. He just won't get fed for a few days. Oh, this guy works retail. Once to eat, he should work faster. Give me a hand. I can't handle the big guy alone. Camera's watching. Surely no antics will be afoot. Alright, you look exhausted. You alright? Got a fever or something? Or you just scared of heights? Looks going grr. On to, buddy. Alright, nothing open right now. I think that thing's grr means thank you. Well, you're the first one to care about his well-being. Humans get worked to death for no reason. Only get half the food and sleep compared to us humans. Horrible. You need to get out of here. We get out of here, I'll feed you all the food you want. You'll get to nap all you want. How's that? It's horrible, okay. I guess that's all that discussion. Okay, now where to? Maybe we just follow those guards out that door? Do this. Oh, they're doing some kind of experiment. Okay. This is a failure. Dr. Odine's up to something again upstairs. Oh, Dr. Odine. There's that name again. Okay. What's up? You need a tool? I'll go get it. Wait right here. I think there was one here. Hey, you over there. Yeah, standing next to the elevator. Go get the guards upstairs. Tell them there's an emergency. Roger that. Hey, I get to leave my shame hole. Like when I step outside. Go get something to eat. Go visit the convenience store. Only time I leave my my VTuber shack. Oh, in there, buddy. That was close. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right, such a nice guy. Not many like you these days. Seem like you'd be a good candidate to be our leader. Leader? Right, a lot of us are dissatisfied with the way Adele's been ruling Estar. Okay, so we got Adele again too, huh? Disorganized now, but someday we'll gather our forces and remove Adele from power. Destroying the ruler of a country, a sorceress far beyond our powers. Half-baked plan will never work. Waiting for the right time. Most of us involved in the Adele resistance are specialists. It's easy to research ways to fight Adele, but no one to lead the movement. It's our situation right now. Looking for someone like you, someone who's strong and righteous. Hey, did you go tell them? What are you doing? Up to no good again, aren't you? Hey, stop. And just ran about. Okay, that's fine. That's alright. He's just like one of those guys. Also, they apparently let me have a gun, so there's that. Speaking of, I still need to do Leah Research Lab over in Once Human. But yeah, I don't know. I noticed that Streamlabs has included a new codec since the last driver update from NVIDIA. So maybe that's part of why it's kind of acting up. But yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to watch, once again, watching Jenny Nicholson. I was rewatching the Battle Cruiser video again. But you know, just trying to watch that and play Once Human, like it was just running so bad. So I think it's something on Once Human's end. There's got to be a memory leak or something with it. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream it again anytime soon as much as I want to, because I do really like the game, and you know, I'm kind of nearing a lot of the fun in-game stuff. So yeah, but I do still need to hop in there and do Leah Research Lab, get Rebecca, try and, you know, just kind of polish some things up before the end of the season. All right, we're making our getaway. Great timing. I'd say bad timing. Not so bad. 2 is better than 1, 4 is better than 2, right? So who's the 4th one? Are you starting to hallucinate? Yeah, I can see it. Sweet Ellie, you make your uncle so happy. Chance, you know what to do. Let's just finish him off and get out of here. Check. Yep, gotta do all this BS again. Oh, look at that. They weren't Junction. Whoever would have guessed. Ow. Like, it's so odd that they have me, like, match up with one of my, like, current day party members, and then it doesn't move the junctions over. There's just a lot that frustrates me about this game. I mean, there's a lot that frustrates me in life. But this is a whole other, like, realm right now. At least I learned from last time. That was the problem. I didn't know it going in. Now I know. I'm on to you, game. Yeah, so far 112. Okay. Anything higher than 112? Couple 117s. I have 132. There we go. I'm not even gonna think too much about it. We're just gonna do it. What do I want to put on? Put on Blizzard. Do I want Thunder? That seems to have my highest stats, so... Okay. Well, that's something at least. I don't think I can really do a whole lot with, like, drawing and all of that in the underworld area. I guess this isn't the underworld. I don't really know what exactly is even happening right now with regards to all this. Like, I think it's in the past, but I'm still not, like, entirely sure, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, Kiraga's the way to go then. Do bio. Seems like it's got decent stats. As soon as seems like the vitality one is the way to go. At least I'm kind of getting a decent idea for all of them. So, like, it's going a little bit faster every time I have to do this. Like, in general, what I need to be looking for. What do... Thunder attack, since I'm not entirely sure which elements we're going to need for any of this. And yeah, I think that should be good. I have at least one person that can do items just in case. Pick item. Okay. Actually, what does Lagunas look like? Have any left? No. So we should be okay. Ability. Okay, so he's actually got items already on, so we can keep draw on him. Ooh, hello. Ooh, I've actually got stats now. Look at that. We're moving up in the world. What about you? I think you've got any. Oh, he does have some. Excellent. There we go. Let's use some of these magics. Like, I've basically got infinite number of cures. Thanks to the Steam version of the game that lets me pop in whatever I want. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and go in. Alright. What are we doing here? Oh, there's like a bunch of them. That guy on the left seems exciting. Gesper. You have anything good? No? Alright, so they're just kind of lame. We could just blow them up. That's cool. That's what we're going to do. It's what they deserve. What they get for being cops. But maybe not Gesper. I don't know. I don't know exactly what Gesper is. Clown? Anakin? Who can say? Visual representation of how my life is going. Yeah, I guess maybe with the GFs, it's really, I only can heal them whenever I actually sleep. Just very weird to me that the tent didn't do anything to them. All right, Alex. Jamie's not the our favorite golden boy, right? Maybe that should be my new goal in FF9 in FF14 is to find another T static. And I really want that weapon. Which, speaking of, I saw that there was another medium that actually went up. But like, it's kind of confusing. I haven't really looked all that much since the whole lottery system started. I was lucky enough to kind of get my first place or move my places pretty quickly. So I haven't really done a whole lot of like looking around since the lottery system started. But I guess if a house gets demolished during the entry period, like it has to wait until the next time. But there is another medium that went up for 19 million. To give it a shot. It's the only medium right now on all of Balmung. We've got like 2 weeks though, so hopefully by the time the next entry period comes around, maybe we'll have like 2 that have gone up. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm really hoping. I really want to get started, and then we can do some more FF14 streams, just some like, you know, just some chill Zatsus while I try working on the photo studio, right? Chance. That is... Moon, listen. What we doing? How do I get over to him? Talking about Lunatic Pandora as a weapon. Need a system to move it. And you're researching that now? How do you come up with such bold ideas? I can never come up with such brilliant ideas. I forgot. Oh, okay. Her base was built in space to observe the moon. So much money was spent on building it. Why couldn't they give some of that money to this lab? That is the way of it. Accept it. Oh, so we've got hints of a lunar base, so I'm guessing we're going to the moon at some point. As Final Fantasy games tend to do. Because that little girls are being abducted for the sorceress's research. I have a daughter myself. It disturbs me to hear such a story. How do you think their parents feel? They will be proud to help the research. That is all that matters. The weapons monthly you borrowed from me. Friend is bugging me to return it. I don't know. Oh. Darn it. So we know there's a weapons monthly around here we gotta find out. Need that. I need my upgrades. Now that we're actually in a town, hopefully I can use them. You waited for me. Hey, stay on your toes. Don't get captured again. Darn it, I promised him a meal and a nap when we got out. I guess he's better off running free. Ah. It's okay. Everyone's a resistance member now. All the hot info from the lab comes from him. New member, welcome to our group. Made quite a bit of noise down there. Well, this may be a good time to leave this facility. Anything happened to the doctor, or did Adele stop funding this lab? Oh, it's Dr. Odine. He's done it again. Found a new toy he prefers over the big one like Lunatic Pandora. A child named Ellone. Ellone? Or she's really the only reason why we're here. Where is she? Where's Ellone? Dr. Odine would probably know her whereabouts. So look for Odine, right? We're going back. For all your help, better go to someplace safe now. Adios. Second, I still owe you. Looking for that girl Ellone, you'll eventually need help. Facing Estar and Adele with only the 3 of you would be difficult. Why not let us help? We'll provide you with all the information you need. Bad idea. We don't know anything about Estar. Never want to go through all of this again. Your ward feels the same way. Oh, okay, fine. We'll accept your help. In return, we'll need your anti-azil movement or whatever. Adele. Start listening more closely, because it's getting embarrassing. What Ward would say. Can't you see it in his eyes? Yeah, sure, I always see it. But who cares? I speak with passion, from the heart. That's what matters most. Really want you to be our leader. Leave it to me. Once we find Ellone, I'll take up that offer. Let me pay a little visit to Odine. Wait right here. And again, don't I ever think things through before I answer? I mean, are you gonna let me like go up to Odine and like get this stuff, or are you just gonna keep talking, man? Been okay till now. I'm sure things will work out. But we know Ellene's like been doing stuff for a while. Ooh, death. Finally, it comes for me. Been waiting so long. Okay, so apparently I don't actually have a whole lot of gil. Good to know. Wonderful system we have here, because apparently none of the mobs drop any cash. Need them. I don't know. Maybe I got some items that I could just sell? I really have no idea. I have genuinely no clue how I'm supposed to make gil in this game. Am in the old shoes. A classic. Alright, back up we go. Baby. There we go. Hey, I made it, everybody. Where'd he go? Hey, there's the magazine that I needed. The thing is, like, if Ellene's here now, like, then this is happening, like, concurrently with what we're doing? I have no idea. I feel like it should be happening in the past, but I'm not entirely sure. Dr. Odine, where's Ellone? I believe you guys came back. You fools. Okay. Yes, throw yourselves upon me. Eat for the meat grinder. Yeah, actually draw first. I want to see if that has anything good. Stock. Just use old quits. Ooh, meltdown. That sounds kind of fun. DF and yeah, we'll do Alex again. Alex is an old friend. And the Quetzalcoatl should do good against whatever that thing is in the back. I'm assuming it's electric. Assuming it's a robot. They tend to be weak. Or maybe not. Okay, well, that's fine too. Put old Carby up. Oh no, beam. It's so weird how spiky some of this ends up being. Like, I feel like nothing's really doing a whole lot of damage. Like, even the hands weren't doing that much damage. But they throw so many status effects and stuff at you that you just kind of pecked away at until you're dead. Very interesting. I feel like I need to probably rely on Carby a little bit more, like, in this later half of the game. Okay, there we go. What are you saying? I do not know any Ellone. Okay, I was lying. Ellone, I know Ellone. Wait, where is she? We go. Yeah, you can tell us all about it on this long elevator ride down. Hey, that one didn't give me a cutscene. What's up? Talking about Ellone, where did you take her? Well, I got my weapons monthly. That's all that matters. Hey, wait, tell me where. In Olab. Ellone is there. He means Odine's laboratory. Go there, go over here, and then here. See, I didn't understand a word. Hey, it's like when someone from outside the Midwest tries asking us for directions. Go from here. They just go down a ways, you'll drive for a bit. Take a right at the church. Going to you as we can. Until then, good luck. Please be careful. I'm curious what's going to happen with all this Laguna stuff. This is the place, right? They sure is weird. Hey, where'd he go? I think he must be looking for us. Yeah, you wouldn't usually jump out of a car. Oh, it just kind of sped off. Hope he's all right. Besides, where... More guys. More meat for the grinder. And I'm so hungry. It didn't help that Botan had a another episode of her ramen show the other night, yesterday that I was watching. I don't know why I watched them. Like, I love Botan. That's probably why. But I'm always so hungry. I'm always so hungry every time. We don't have anything like that around here. We've got pho, and that's it does the job in a pinch, I guess. But yeah, I'm craving some ramen. So much. So much. Let's sit down, see what this does. Oh, I probably should have picked up that draw point first, huh? Can I go back? Okay. Go down. Yeah, let's go back down. I want to see what that draw point is. I want to make sure that we're not forgetting anything. Like, the magic booster that the Steam version gives you is really nice, but obviously it's very limited on the spells that you get. So, like, I'm not going to be getting a whole lot of, like, deaths, full lives, and that kind of thing. I need to make sure that we're getting it all. Double. Hey. From upstairs? Okay. The worst part is, I know that once we're done with this Laguna sequence, then I have to re-junction everybody all over again. Because none of this makes sense. Alright, I guess we just go through the door. And another one. At least these guys go down fast. They're not scary. I feel like they're giving me, like, fair XP for being, like, 2-hit kills. Oh, no. Poor Ward. Kind of feel bad for what happened to him. Like, the man can't speak anymore. Like, honestly, like, despite the humor of everything that's going on in the Laguna sequences, because I do feel like a lot of them are kind of like there for comedic effect, they're also kind of dark, man. Like, Ward can't speak anymore. They're just like constantly broke and trying to figure out how to make their way through life. We did it, lads. Okay, maybe I'm not getting nearly as much XP as I thought. I thought we were doing much better than that, but that is not the case at all. Okay. Look how everyone in, like, any kind of sci-fi era just instantly knows how to code. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Laguna doesn't know what he's doing. Just press the button, something will work eventually. You know what you're doing? No, not really. It's a very big question. You gotta be more specific. There she is, Ellone. Ellone! Darn, she can't hear me. Okay, so this is in the past, because Ellone's still a child. We know that much at least. How does it all tie together? Gotta figure out how to get down there. She can't hear me. Or like a code or something. I don't know. That didn't do anything. Alright, well, let's check the door down here just in case. See if anything changed. See if maybe I could go through it this entire time and didn't even know. At least there's no random battles here. Won't open. Sit down, okay. Back we go again. Hopefully this isn't another one of those situations where I need to put in like a certain button sequence and all of my buttons are mapped way differently than what it says on the screen. Gotta be a clue or something around here. Like, I don't know what's up. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing buttons, man. The only thing I know what to do, because every other option leads me nowhere. Okay. Hey, there we go. Need to do the right side of the console instead of the left. I do appreciate that newer games make things a little bit easier to find. Alright, Ellone, wait for us. We're almost there. Is this our big breakout? Is this what kind of leads us to the modern day stuff? What if this guy betrays us? Maybe he's not really a resistance member. Maybe he was playing the long game to get to me. Ellone. Uncle Laguna. Told you I'd come to save you. Sorry I'm a little late, but... Welcome back, Squall. Something's coming. Cool looking taxi. I dig it. I'd drive it. Sadia. We came here to see Dr. Odine. Please explain what this is regarding. Yes, of course. Want to see Ellone. Where is she? Ellone? Calm down. Trust me, let me handle this. Interesting. I can't tell if this place is like run by Sorceress Adele or not, because like why would we bring Ellone closer to Adele? There's just a lot going on. I want to live here. This is certainly a music choice. Living at the Presidential Palace shortly. Whoa, how big is this thing? Beautiful. Beats our garden. Yes, cities do tend to be bigger than schools. Such wonderful logistical prowess we have amongst us. It's the very reason I am here. I seek the doctor's help. I wish to be free of Sorceress Ultimacia's control. That would be easy. He just exorcised the sorceress. There is nothing Odine cannot do. Leave everything in your hands. Want to see Ellone? Where is she? I have to bring Renoa to her. Need to see Ellone now. So you will take Odine hostage? You are a fool. I don't care, just take me to Ellone. Do as he says, I give thee permission. Very well. But under one condition. You must let me observe this girl. Well, we'd need time to prepare before we take you to Ellone. So you will leave the girl with us until then. Accept their offer, Squall. Better not do anything to Renoa. Alright, let's double check all this. Oh, hey, they actually kept their junctions. Look at that. Progress. Quite mysterious. So this is what happens. Hey, is there like a save point or room or anything I need to worry about? Hey, there's some money. Head eastward to Lunar Gate. Okay. Alright, good to know. Take the girl there. There's nothing to worry about. Just head to Lunar Gate. Not quite yet, buddy. I've got places to be. Maybe I could find my way out of here. I don't want to go to Lunar Gate. Oh, let's go west. Go into the unknown. Maybe go to a save point. That would be really nice. I'm just saying. Something along those lines would be helpful. Okay, well, I guess we're going east. Fair enough. Okay, well, off we go then. Leave the palace, yes. Then again, the save point was outside the palace, so okay. It's like I'm watching Reboot all over again. Saturday mornings are back, my friends. Makes me sad that some people will never experience the joy of Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, yeah, it's all on demand. Arguably, the media is much better now than it was. But still, there was just something about waking up after a week of school and being like, yes, we made it. Seriously, no save point at all? Where in the world? Please, a save point, sir. Anything. I don't know where I'm going. Big ass town. Must be nice living among people again. I wouldn't know what that's like. Enrique's the dog, maybe? Where in the world am I going? What is this place? There's no shops. Oh, okay. We're just on the highway now. That's cool. Marching along the freeway. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, you would think there would be like a building somewhere that I'm supposed to go. Oh, hey, another draw point. Okay, let's check this one out. Probably just another basic one again. Kiraga. Selfie could use one of those. Could use in a couple. Okay, well, I guess we'll just take this thing then, because I don't know where we're supposed to go. To the city entrance. That's what I want. That's the place that had a save point. And presumably some shops nearby, I would hope. Okay, I don't see a save point. Maybe I went the wrong way. A shopping mall seems good. Whee! No, it looks like I don't really have any money. Get off. We'll take a look and see what all I can do here. Finally, though. First things first, where's just like the basics? Yes. Yes, I do want to go shopping. Pet store. We're having a sale. Buy. Oh, so this is GF's. Wait, what's Pet Pals? Oh. Yes. Yes. We have a pet house. Restores HP to all GF. I don't need that many. Not using that many. There we go. No, no, no. There we go. Nice. Wait. Yes, I want to go shopping. Oh. Oh. Okay. It's like, I assume it's as hard to see on your guys' screen as it is on mine. It is really hard to see what's going on. Alright, there we go. Oh, thank God. 20 tents. There we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Pots. Out of 3 of those. Probably buy a bunch. Just a lot of everything. Keep it simple. Is there anything that, like, I can sell? It's like kind of useless, maybe. Item shop, junk shop. Ooh, bookstore. Like I never left. Even here, I can't escape. Okay, so we have a few options here. Some stuff, which is nice. Pick up some of the things that we missed along the way, it looks like. Yeah, S-Star's kind of like... This is the hub. Shop is closed today, okay. Goodbye. Okay, how do I do weapons? I see weapon is listed there. Having a sale. Okay. Pet shop, item shop, junk shop. Maybe the junk shop can do it? There we go. Okay. I need a mesmerized blade. What do I have now? There we go. Well, Selfie probably needs it. Here we go. More than anyone. Just can use the slaying tail. There we go. Irvine. And I just don't have, like, a lot of anything. Squall, cutting trigger. Need one mesmerized blade. Dragon fins. Wait, do I just get stuff every time I click on Cloud Shop? Oh, no, never mind. It was weird. Okay, so the junk shop is good to have. Which is Cheryl's store? We don't know what that does yet. Okay. Okay. We're making progress. Finally figuring it out. It took long enough. Down here. Nothing. Okay. All right, let's hop back on you because you're a lot easier to move around. Presidential Palace. Let's check this out again. I'm so spoiled by teleports. I'm just so used to just clicking my little Aether button and choosing where I wish to go. Hate it. Still no save point. Exit the city, stay on right side. Quickly if you take the lifter. Head east from the city, okay. But what if I don't want to go to that side? Maybe I just want to go somewhere else. Maybe I want to go left. Please visit our shopping mall too. Alright, let's check out this one. Let's see where this one leads. Maybe it'll let me. There we go. Inner Skyway, maybe? To Odine's laboratory. By your Inner Skyway. Keep going. It was Odine's laboratory that I saw the save point. Okay. There we go. Ooh, a draw point. No save point. Where's a draw? Ooh, Quake. Ooh. Quake. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess the city entrance is really the only option we've got. Wait, my nose itches. I guess city entrance then. Let's go. Let's see what's up. Like, can I leave the city and go grind a bit? Feel like I need to give some love to some characters that I've not spent a whole lot of time with. Irvine, Selfie. I don't know, Quistis maybe. Okay. An incredible city. Can I like get back there easy enough? Car for 3,000? No. That is expensive. Like to use the elevator? Yes. I don't know where I'm going right now. I genuinely don't. Instead, go to the right side and go to the lunar gate. Oh. Save point. Here we go. All right. So I think that's going to be it for tonight because I got to get something to eat and just scrounge around at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. But thanks a ton for coming and hanging out with me on like the weird overnight hours. You know, again, hello to you guys in the future who are watching on VOD. But yeah, it's nice to get a little bit more done in this, you know, figure out a little bit more with the mechanics and all of that, actually get some upgrades that we desperately needed. I might grind around here off stream since I'm kind of close to an area that will let me do that. But yeah, you know, we'll be back later on today, tomorrow, at some point, whenever I wake up. Got quite a bit of work this week at the actual job, so just bear with me on those days we have off of stream. But don't worry, it's all leading up to a regular schedule, hopefully, and a lot more time to give you guys in the very near future. Just a couple more weeks of bearing through it, and we'll be fine. But that said, I hope everyone has a good start to your week. Thanks a ton. Take care. Bye bye.